Sync. One, two, three, sync. All right. Mm. Hello, it's me, Tig again, and I know I've been kind of spotty with the uploads because I just be not doing shit. But that being said, I wanted to go on a little unscripted rant today. Honestly, I've had this nagging feeling in my bones, in my body, in my soul for a little bit for the last day or so. Um, I'll preface it off by saying I was gonna do a review on the Marvels because I saw it and I watched it and I was like, man, I really like this. I really like it. It was nice. It was stupid fun, and I was like, let's shake this up real quick. Back, okay, yeah. So I went and saw the Marvels this weekend. Because I was out on Saturday. It doesn't matter why I was out. Nah, fuck it. I'll say it. I was out on Saturday and I was out writing, just being out in the world, existing. So I decided to go watch the movie, and I came out of it, pleasantly surprised. It wasn't anything great, but it wasn't Ant Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and that's how I felt about it in my heart and soul. Um, and then I get home, I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll like do a review on it like I did before, even though like the videos don't, nobody sees them, but like maybe I'll do it because I have a new setup and I do my videos differently now. But I didn't because I just didn't feel like it. I got hit with a wave of not wanting to do anything, so I just didn't. But I saw a couple different reviews over the internet just about the movie, and like they were scathing. They were like really scathing, and I was very confused because I was like it wasn't a good movie, but it wasn't bad. Like it wasn't terrible, but it showed it kind of like highlighted something that's been like on my mind for a while, and my thoughts on this are going to be a little scattered because I haven't written all this out. I haven't like done any like actual preparation for this. I just kind of want to get it out because that's just kind of zone that I'm in right now. I still have these headphones on. They got to stay on for the whole video now. But it's like indicative of a problem that I've been seeing, and I think it's a problem. And I've been seeing a lot more, just a lot more everywhere. It's just been happening with the way that people like talk about their media and such. And I think that I don't know. It's not like these people are entitled to their opinions, of course, but like it's starting to get like I don't know, like mad annoying. I guess I keep seeing these reviewers and these people who talk about media and art on their like YouTube channels and TikTok channels, and I just see them like just dislike a lot of the stuff that they see, and that's fine and all, dislike it. But then when they go into their explanations, they'll start pulling things like out of like nowhere, right? So it's like so what I think is happening is that these reviewers, these people they'll go watch these movies and they'll not like them, but they'll also not want to like them going in. Like they're not there to watch a movie that they think they will enjoy. They're there to watch a movie because they have to make a video on it because it's their job. They have to make the content, right? And then they go in expecting it to be bad because they didn't want to see it in the first place. It's not something that pertains to them. And then they come out and they're like, "Oh, well, I hated that and I didn't like it." But what I feel is happening, which is fine, dislike things, like things, do whatever you want. That's fine. But what I feel is happening because when they give their explanations on why they didn't like the movie, they'll start pulling things that don't exist. They'll start swinging at ghosts. That's what I like to call it. It's when they start like when they notice things in the movie that weren't in the movie, or they read something so they'll see something. Well, no, sorry. Let me back that up. So what I feel like is happening is that they go to this movie that they obviously think that they're not gonna like. They're not gonna go in with any good expectations or any or no expectation at all. They're going in with an already negative mind state of the art that they're about to consume, whether it be a game, whether it be a movie. They're already going with a negative mind state because they already don't want to see it, right? Like even if they say, "Oh, I'm going with no expectations," they already did not want to be there for the movie. They did not want to see this. They're doing it for their job, and I get that. Um, but then I think that, and this is my prevailing theory because it's very common now that I'm like actually going through and watching stuff for myself. I'll give a couple of examples in a second, but it's like now I see it. There's just one reviewer. I'm not gonna like shout anybody out because like I don't think it's the person. I think it's the actions, right? So like this one reviewer, he went to go see the Marvels. The reason why I wanted to make this video, and he was not very happy with the way that the main antagonist of the movie was portrayed, which I get, kind of a terrible antagonist. But also I don't think that the movie was about the antagonist. I thought it was about the three central people. So it's like give them a nameless baddie to fight so that we can be with the Marvels, with the actual characters. And I think they did a really good job there. But that's not the thing. The thing is, a specific line in his video that like just like struggled in my brain and just like swamped in there, and I couldn't stand it. Like it's the way that it was said and the way that it was delivered. It's like that specific thing that you just said means that you weren't paying attention to the movie at all, and that's fine. If you went to the movie, you knew you weren't gonna like it, so you barely paid attention. That's cool. But like you're saying it in your video as like it's your criticism of the movie, when in fact what you're saying doesn't exist, right? And so the line was basically like, it's a very underdeveloped villain. Here's your opinion. Very true. Very underdeveloped villain. And then the next line was, um, they did not talk about her motivations. I think there was only one line talking about her motivations, and it was a throwaway line. And well, that was just blatantly untrue because there's like 4 or 5 different points in the movie in 4 or 5 different scenes where they talk about this woman's motivations, and it's honestly I was tired of hearing it by the end of the movie. So I'm like, I'm confused at how you didn't know what her motivations were because they quite literally wouldn't shut up about it. Like like I was like, I don't even want to be here. Don't even give her a name, in my opinion. Like make her nameless, make her faceless, just make her something that you gotta beat up. I don't want to hear nothing about it. Right? I'm here for the three Marvels. I'm here for Photon. I'm here for Captain Marvel. I'm here for Miss Marvel. Like I'm here for that. I don't want to know about this woman. I don't care. That's how I am. That's how I went into the movie. But like I kept hearing about like how she's upset at Carol because Carol blew up her planet. Carol blew up my planet. I'm upset about it and I'm gonna take stuff. And like they wouldn't stop talking about her. And it's like I get it. Like, you know, it's not hard to miss. It's not hard to miss. It was very in your face, and that's what causes me to believe that they went into the movie. They didn't want to see it, so they were barely paying attention. And they come back, they're like, "Yeah, man, it didn't grab my attention. I didn't like it." And then they say these things that they think happened, but they think didn't happen, which then in fact did happen. Um, and it's like I think like us as like people who talk about art, and I put myself in that even though I'm not like very well intertwined in the space. I think that we have to take a step back maybe and just not go and watch things that we don't want to watch, or give everything a fair shake. It's like, if you know you're not gonna like it, boom, there it is. Make a new tier on your list. Say didn't watch, didn't want to go see it, had no reason to spend my time or money to go see it. If you want to go see it, you go ahead and make your own opinion. But I'm not gonna watch it because I know I'm not gonna like it and I'm gonna waste my time, right? Something like that. That would be my fix. But obviously nobody's gonna want to do that because then they won't get their clicks, they won't get their money, and that's their livelihood. They have to do that. So my other thing I would say is maybe put a little more time into shaping your thoughts and maybe remembering what you've seen correctly. There's another one where I was watching the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, and I was watching it while doing something else, right? So like I was half watching it, right? And I'm not gonna like put out like a review on it or anything. I was just watching it for myself, but like this scene happened and it made me flash back to another reviewer who was like, yeah, and then for some reason Vanessa had a heel turn halfway through the movie where she was like, where she started threatening the main character and she said if she was gonna shoot him or whatever, and like that just came out of nowhere, and like I half watching this movie while doing other shit, and it wasn't out of nowhere. She was gradually in the scene beforehand and even the scene before that showing like like, hey, I don't want you guys here. I don't want you to bring your sister here anymore. And you're not listening to me, and I'm getting irritated about that. So I'm gonna say these words so that they can stick it in your head. Like it was a weird progression, but like it was there. It wasn't like a heel turn. Like it was, step by step progression in anger. Like it was there. She was ignoring him. And, like the signs were there. The signs were there if you were watching for them. And it's like I wish that we could have a little bit more uh consistency in our attention when we watch things, so that when we come back to talk about them, it's not like it's not like, you know half not true, or not half not true, but we don't say untrue statements, because like, that kind of muddies the water. It makes it feel like you're making stuff up instead of like spouting like observations and shit like that. Because like you say things that were in the story that weren't there. You say things that were in the movie that weren't there, or things weren't in the movie that were there, and it's like it takes away from your integrity as a person who talks about art, I think. And like I said, having your opinions are fine. Do that. Please have your opinions. That's what I watch for. I want to know how you feel about things. And I walked into that video knowing that this creator was not gonna like this movie. I walked in knowing that. But it's like when you like, I think I made my point, honestly. I think I made my point at this point. But yeah, that's kind of really all I had to say. I hope I hope you're having a good day. It's been Tig. I promise I will attempt to make more videos. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a video on Loki. I don't know. I have watched that too. I mean, like it's good. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it, but um, I kind of half watched it. I kind of like lollygagged on that, but I'll watch. I'll watch. I'll get back into doing all this stuff. Maybe after November's over, because I'm trying to write that book. But I'll get back on it. So I'll see you on the flip side. It's been Tig. Thanks for watching, and remember, I have no idea what I'm doing. Shut the fuck. Life is not a waste of time. Time is not a waste of life. So let's stop wasting time. Get wasted and have the time of our life. Dale.